Hey, my beautiful friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your divine inspiration for today. All right, my friends, I like to start off with some credits because I like to shout out people who, in this world of spiritual teaching, spirituality, they bring a lot to the table. At least they brought a lot to my table. Kyle Gray, his brand new 22 Archangels Oracle deck with illustrations by Jennifer Horkyard. That's our card of the week, and that is Orion. We have this wonderful little deck of affirmation cards, which come from a company called Arion. Happier Me affirmation. Who does not want to be happier? I think we all do. And that one for today is, I believe in myself. And if someone you care about needed encouragement, you would show support and faith. So why wouldn't you show the same to yourself? Give yourself the same treatment you would give your best friend. I cannot think of a better way to start a day than that. Archangel Power Tarot Deck by Radley Valentine. I chose this one this week because, you know, tarot can sometimes be a little heavy, a little dark, although Radley Valentine's is not, and that is the intent behind every one of his tarot decks. It is to bring focus, to bring something something interesting and something you can learn without being stuck in the darkness and the, well, it is darkness, the heaviness of traditional tarot. I think that was the reason why initially I turned away from reading tarot cards, because they just seemed so heavy and there was a lot to learn and everyone seemed to have an opinion about how to learn it. Okay, my isms is, I believe in my own magic, and I lovingly speak positive words into reality. When you lovingly speak a positive word, it becomes a reality. And it can simply be, I love the way things work out. Things are always working out for me. You can say, I love the way things work out according to my plans. I love the way things show up just when I need them. That's magic. That is magic. It isn't poof, here's a bunch of sparkles and smoke and we end up with something. It can feel like that sometimes, but it isn't. Orion, manifesting or a manifestation vortex. That is the energy center. Orion is one of the star people. He governs the stellar gateway, that area about a foot to 18 inches above your head that you can't see. It's part of the chakras that got discovered recently, more so than the 7 that we have. And Orion comes to bring us messages from all the realms. He floats through the star energy. And when you see him, if you look at this image, it almost becomes, he is of the stars and looks like a star god, if you will. He's here to remind us that we're of the stars. And we can put our hopes, dreams, and wishes into the vortex and then think positively about having them. Every single thought becomes a reality. And this is why many people have struggles with manifesting. I should say this, and it's probably a reason why I just made that statement. This is a angel numerological number 6 day. That means we got to be responsible. We have to be loving to ourselves. We've got to be compassionate. We also have to be nurturing on a domestic level. It's a message to stop worrying, to stop focusing on the material, to stop thinking about the bills and how you can't pay them and this and that and this. Those are the thoughts that actually have been manifesting. Think about it. You go out, you hear somebody say the price of gasoline or petrol if you're in Europe. The price of eggs, everything going up. Well, here's what I just learned recently. That's what I was doing. That was the story I was telling. And I said, well, I'm going to tell a different story. Yes, things are going up. Well, so's my vibration. Things are going up. Yes, so's my light, and so's my love, and so's my capacity to reach other people. That's expanding. Everything expands. Everything grows. Looking at it that way, wouldn't you want more to come? Looking at it the way that, well, maybe the groceries have gone up today, but listen, so is my paycheck. So is my wallet. So is everything that's coming. So instead of thinking about the fact that we've all learned, I've got the same amount coming in, but 3 times as much going out. That's the story. That's the thought. You got to stop it. So what else can I say about this? This is a message on a number 6 day. It's a kindness message from heaven. It is a message to tell us all that we're losing our freedom. We're losing focus. We're stepping into limbo land. That's the message that says, be careful you're not doing it. Another word I like for a number 6 day is, where did I write that down? It's like a mad merry-go-round. It's a bit like the merry-go-round, instead of going clockwise, is going the other way. And at some point or another, some of the horses decide to bolt and run out of the stable. Be a master of your own plan. Divine life purpose. Work with the planet of the moon, which is bringing your needs into reality. Work with the sign of Aquarius, which is about rebellion. You know, those who want to be in control and those who want to lead do not want rebellious people. However, I don't know one person who behaved themselves that got too far. What is it? Somebody quoted one time, badly behaved women never got too far. I think it was in the days of Emily Pankhurst and her girlfriends who chained themselves to railings because they wanted to vote. How ridiculous that women couldn't vote. But then I've thought about all the females that I love all these women who just say, no thank you, we're not doing it. Rosa Parks, she just came to my mind. Mary Magdalene, hello. Joan of Arc, woof, wonderful. All right, here we go. Beatrice is singing my prayer. Oh, Beatrice has got a, she's dancing today. She got her colors on. She's like, you're speaking my language, I know. Here we go. Gertrude is also, she's dancing. They're dancing. Why are they dancing? They've got the moon out and they've got a lake and they're just dancing. They're just dancing. Dancing. She's saying, shake up the energies and dance. All right, I'm going to do one more shuffle. I'm going to pick the card of the day. Straight off the top. Well, I'm making a mess of this. My mother would say, you're making a right pig's ear of that, my son. That's what she'd say. Well, she did. Meaning, 10 of Michael. Okay, look at this. This is just so lovely. I think this is just a gorgeous card. Oh, I'm going to sit and look at this. Now, Michael, our friend, our big guardian angel. Michael is like the sword of Michael, the suit of Michael has been related to swords, which is everything we think about, everything that we ponder, everything that we may be worried about, may be thinking too much of. It's about human intelligence and the power and the ability of our mind to change it. Well, no word of a lie. What did I just get through saying? Change your thought, change your life. That's what I said. It can also be the root of fear. So Michael governs this suit because he's got the ability to help each and every one of us think through our challenges. He is the bringer of the clearer picture. He is the one who speaks about issues, particularly regarding communication. So getting to the truth comes from discovering the lie, and it can free ourselves from any false thoughts being trapped, which is really where we go with the number 6 day. All right, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. This one, in this picture, you know, to me this reminds me of the prima ballerina taking a bow. Well, because there's a bunch of swans now, it's Swan Lake, the end of it. It's finished. You've got it. You did it. You got there. Orion is sort of saying, people, you're a little bit late for the party if you haven't got a plan in place. It's sort of like, you know, when stuff starts drying up, you go to the well and you put your bucket in and you make your wishes, but nothing comes back up, right? What do you want to say, Gertrude? She says you cannot put a bucket in an empty well. And eventually, when you pull all the water out of the well that you've been drinking from, it empties out and becomes dry. But that doesn't mean to say there isn't any more wishes of water in another well. It's just asking you to perhaps consider going to a different water source, going to a different source of your energy, going to a different source of your... this is so interesting. Inspiration, and this is about growth, change. It's about looking at change. It's about looking at growth. It's about going after what you want, but doing it quickly. I gosh, she's got goosebumps. Beatrice is, oh, the one thing Beatrice wants us to know is how much we're loved. I mean, I love all of you. You've done so much for me. The confidence, the comments, all the things that you say. Some of you I've got to know so personally because of doing this. But it's not about me. I got lifted when I started doing this for nearly 4 years ago. Well, actually it was 4 years ago. I got lifted. The world was yip-yapping about this awful disease, this awful virus. I remember sitting watching the news, which I stopped watching because what's good about it? And the commercials, think about it. I mean, if you're in the US, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I'm sure it's likely, when there's a commercial break in the national news, it's about taking some medication for something that's gone wrong. And I've got goosebumps again. I'm going to get in trouble because, you know, yeah, I'm not going to go there. All right, thank you. Beatrice is going like this, and Gertrude is saying, you go, girl, you go, you say it. No. This is what I mean. The two sides of us, the two bits and pieces. We've all got a Gertrude that comes out, and we've all got a Beatrice that says, sit back down. We have that. But when I was watching the news and nothing good was happening, and I remember one time, a reporter, I can see his face. I don't know what network it was on. He showed, oh, it was awful. He showed the back of a semi-container truck with plastic bags in it. And he said, this is a makeshift morgue. I turned it off. Number one, no respect whatsoever for any of those souls that ascended. None. Irresponsible. Not saying to folks, our hearts are with all of those who have lost a loved one. Our hearts are with all of you who are in grief. Our hearts are with all of you who are experiencing terror or experiencing... No, none of that. None of that was going on. So there's my reason for turning it off. Switching the dial, click. And it's not stopped. It's actually amped up. So the point I'm making with this is that's when I turned to the world of divination more so than I ever had in my life. More so than doing a quick psychic fair once in a while with my friend Jessica. More so than, you know, just doing some quick cards to bring a little bit of something, sprinkle a little bit of happiness. And what I discovered was that was much better. That was much more fulfilling. That was a lot more interesting to me, and oddly enough brought me clarity. And the more I did it, the more I shine my light out there in the world, the more all of this became a little more rooted. And I guess the point I'm making with all of you is tweak your plan, tweak your thoughts, tweak your intentions, tweak them, because what you think is what you get. And I think Colette Baron Reid says, what shows up today is the result of what you were thinking about yesterday. What's showing up in your life. So the number 6 day is pay attention to what's going on around you and how you're responsible for all of it. Now, what other people do and what other people bring and what other people say and what other people do, not so much. They're responsible for their own stuff. But you are responsible for your stuff. And if you're thinking that you can't or you won't or there's a problem or there's a block, that will be your reality. It's been mine. It has been mine recently. It has been mine where, just as Gertrude said, you stuck your bucket in an empty well. It was time to move and listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner voice. You have to get quiet. You have to meditate. We talked about that last month. The reason why I'm saying all these things to you is because things are moving quick. When we've got these tools, when we have these abilities to think like that and not second guess, but let's go. You have to also believe. I've got this little stone here. You can see it there. Believe, my little stone. Also believe that there is a power bigger than you, but helps all of us, and helps all of us. But is a thing that stops thought process and opens it up. I think I'm making sense. I don't want to waffle on too much. I'm listening. Okay. You're doing a fine job. And those two, Beatrice and Gertrude, are here for all of you. They're not just here for me. Some of you may have these energies anyway, and they're like your guardian angels. They pop in. You can give them whatever name you want, but Beatrice and Gertrude love all of that. One is fun and frivolous and a little light-hearted, and the other one, wisdom, kindness, truth, love. Right, my friends, until tomorrow, big love. Thanks for liking, subscribing, doing all those things. Go take a look at the website. I've got to do some things to it, but just have a root around in there. Until tomorrow. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.